Hi, this is Chris with Magoosh, and today I've got vocabulary words for you that begin with the letter G. Now, there weren't too many, and I don't really know why, because you might think with the GRE being the GRE and starting with a G that you'd have a lot of G words, but gee whiz, not too many GRE words beginning with G in the English language, but I did find some, starting with gratuitous. Now, gratuitous is a tricky word, it's an interesting word. A lot of people think it means having to do with paying a tip in gratuity when you're at a restaurant. Now, that is a definition of the word, not that common, and it's definitely not the definition the GRE will test, or at least I say that with pretty high confidence. Gratuitous on the GRE means uncalled for, unjustified, no reason to have it. Now, is it gratuitous to have a video on GRE words beginning with G? Well, if there really were no GRE words beginning with G and I just started using really common G words like good, then it would be very gratuitous to have this video. You often also see the word gratuitous used in terms of violence. Gratuitous violence, what does that mean? Well, there's the bad guy and he always seems to get it at the end. They killed him. In a movie that's gratuitous, they go over the top. Instead of just like, the bad guy died, it's like, we're going to show all the gory details for like 3 minutes of how the bad guy dies. Too much, uncalled for, gratuitous. Next word up is glower. Now, that's not glower, like if I put like a bunch of light bulbs on myself. It's actually glower, and it isn't something flashy and nice. To glower is to stare at someone in a really mean way, just kind of give someone the evil eye. So, glower, GRE word, maybe you've heard it before, maybe it's a little bit more common, but I thought I'd throw it in there, but please don't glower at me if you thought that was an easy word. Next up, we have grouse. Now, if you're into birds, it's a bird word. A grouse is this kind of little bit kind of like a turkey, but not quite, more bird-like. But I think it's a North American bird. Not that much of a bird person, but anyway, the point is the GRE is not going to ask you about a bird. The grouse went for a walk, but it's one of those animal words that actually has a second definition. That's a verb. And to grouse means to complain about something, kind of usually under your breath, to say, I don't like the way that's going. That's silly. GRE has all these words I'm never going to use, like grouse, though you could use grouse. So that's an example of how someone might grouse, and again, of a second definition for a word that's related to an animal, which is always interesting. And last but not least is genial. If someone is genial, they are very friendly, easy to get along with, agreeable. If circumstances are pleasant and in your favor, you could also use it to describe something abstract. So genial circumstances, genial situation, not that common. Usually describes a person, but good to have a sense of how that word can be used. And so hopefully this came across as a genial video, in no way gratuitous, and please don't glower or grouse, and I'll see you next time.